Joe Biden has, you talk about him being on the campaign trail, but I think most people have been struck that he stayed in his Delaware home mostly, and in large part since March. He's held a few socially distanced events, but by the large part, he has not been on the campaign trail. He could have held certainly more socially distanced events, and perhaps more important, he has not held a news conference, either in person or online, for 80 days, almost 3 months. Why not?
Well, Chris, to be clear, Vice President Biden does interviews, takes questions from the press regularly. And yes, in March, we have adjusted to this new normal like most people in America. We have been campaigning virtually, but just because we are campaigning virtually does not mean we are not meeting actual voters across the country. Vice President Biden has campaigned in Michigan and Florida. Dr. Biden has campaigned in Colorado and Texas. So the reality is what we have been doing is following CDC guidelines, Chris. What we have been doing is
But why hasn't he held a news conference for 80? But why hasn't he held a news conference for 80 days?
Chris, as many of y'all in the national press and in the Beltway press are well aware, we take pride in prioritizing local media. And so the vice president is doing local media interviews. He's doing national media interviews, and he is taking questions from reporters.
President Trump says that one of the reasons that Biden is holed up in his basement is because he's not up to campaigning. Here was the president on that this week.
He's not running his campaign. People are running his campaign. I see quotes all the time that he said this, he said that about me. And they're long, beautiful, flowing sentences. I said, Joe didn't make that statement. And Joe doesn't even know the statement was made.
Does the former vice president contribute to the president being able to make that argument by being out of public view so often?
This is just despicable, Chris. Honestly, it truly is. The fact that folks are parroting this, just unfounded, salacious lie from the president and his campaign, the Vice President Biden...
Our great senators. Hi, Chuck. He used to love me when I was a Democrat,